Alrighty. So I drew the dots. Just because you don't see my face, I am on. I just have my face video off. But I'm here. All right. So the question is, how many dots did I draw? How many did I draw? And when you have an answer, raise your hand. How many dots did I draw? But make sure you're trying to figure it out. It's not a guessing game. This is a real number, so you have to really figure it out, not guess. All right, what are you thinking, Josliani?
38.
Tanya?
94.
All right, I hope we counted. Andrew?
43.
James?
10.
James, sit up. Selena? All right, think about it, Selena. I'll come back. Angel?
43.
Say it again.
43.
Oh, so that's this one. Talaya?
Mommy, what is that? 41.
Or anyone else? All right, so the answer was, some of these answers don't make sense. So let me just say that first and foremost. You were supposed to count. How else were you going to figure out what it was? So I can tell you right now that 94 doesn't make sense. There's way too many. 10 does not make sense. That is way too little. That number is too small. 10 is too small. 94 is way too big. This 38, 43, 41, those are close answers. Now, you can go through and count each and every dot with your finger if you wanted to. But sometimes doing that, you get a little bit off track and you might make a little mistake. James, sit up. So you don't want, when you count, to make a little mistake. So what you have to do sometimes is find patterns. For example, I can look here and see, well, there are 10 in each of these complete rows. So if I know that, then I can work with that. There's 10 in this row. There's going to be 10 here. 10 in this row. And 10 in this row. All right, well, since I know that there's 10, if I find out there's 10, I can make a pattern of a bunch of 10s, and that can help me count. Because now I can use 10s and 1s to count it. So I can say this row is 10, plus this row here is 20, plus this row is 30, plus this row is 40. So that's an easy way to figure out that, you know what? All of these right here were 40. Because if I count by 10s, I see that these 4 groups of 10 makes it 40. And then all I have to do is add these 3 at the bottom. So I would say 40 and add on 41, 42, 43. So for those of you that said 43, you counted correctly. So today what you're going to learn, and this is another skill that you need for first grade. James, I'm going to turn your video off. James, I don't even think James is paying attention. But James, I keep calling you. I'm going to turn your video off if you're doing stuff you have no business doing. All right, so when you count and you see a large object or a lot of different things, if there is a way for you to figure out a pattern, use the pattern. Like if you can count by tens or if you can count by fives, use that because it's going to make it easier for you to count. It's going to help your answer be more accurate, meaning it's going to give you a better chance that your answer is correct, and it's going to help you keep things organized. So sometimes you don't see things in straight rows like this. Sometimes you don't see rows that you can make. Sometimes you just see a bunch of stuff all over. Like you could just see a bunch of things all over the place. So then you have to make the decision, do you want to redraw these things? Or if, for example, maybe it's blocks given to you and they're all over, then you have to go ahead and put it into rows or put it into something that is easier for you to count. Because you'd rather count something that looks like this in order than to count something that's spread out all over the place. So if you ever have to count something that's spread out all over the place, if you are doing it on paper, then you start marking off what you counted so that you can know. And if you have the object in front of you, like blocks or bears or counters, then you put it into a nice, neat order so that you can count it again with the easy pattern. All right, so let's try our paper for today. So for this paper, they're doing it the easy way. They already put things in order for you. So you're going to go through, and if you see a group of 10, then you know you can count that row by 10. So for example, they have this one here. So we're working with number 2, and we want to count it. Then we see how it's a row of 10. So we have one row of 10 here and another row of 10 here. So that makes it easy for us to count. So how many rabbits do you see? Once you see that there are 2 rows of 10, how many rabbits do you actually see? Use something smaller to circle my 10. How many do you see? Go ahead, Selena.
28.
Yeah, you should see 28 here because it was 2 rows of 10. So it was 10 here, 20. So it's 10, 20, and then we counted these and got 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28. All right, let's try the next page. If you have your page with you, then by all means, when we do one, write down the answer so you can already be done. All right, Selena, who would you like to help out with the next one? Selena, pick someone else. Go ahead, Selena.
Israel.
All right, let me go find Israel. All right, Israel, what would you like to do next? The bananas or the socks?
The socks.
All righty. So, do you think we can make groups of 10 here, Israel? Yeah, there's so many socks here. There's definitely going to be groups of 10. So I'm going to go through and help you out and do your groups of 10. Now, boys and girls, it's not always going to be groups of 10. You have to count. So I could look at this and see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Since I counted 1 and I can see all of these rows look alike, I know they're all going to be groups of 10 because they already put in order for me. All right, Israel, how many did you count?
62.
62. Because it was 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62. All right, Israel, let's see who can do the bananas. What would you like?
And 2.
Andrew? Go find Andrew's picture. Go ahead, Andrew. Oh, Andrew, did you count these bananas? Are there 10 right here?
Yes.
Yes, there is. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to circle your groups of 10 to help you out. And when you have your answer, Andrew, let me know.
Okay. I didn't know this number. 10, 21, 40, 50, 41, 51, 52, 53, 54. Huh? 54.
54. So you count each row, and when you counted these, you got 50, because it was 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then one more was 54. All right, Andrew, we're going to try to work on these ones down here. So who would you like to try one?
James.
All right, got to see if James is available. So for this one down here, they went back to 10s and 1s. And instead of showing you pictures of like socks or bananas, we're counting these actual 10 sticks and these 1 cubes, which you're going to use a lot in first grade also. All right, James, can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right, James, what would you like to do? Number 5, 6, or 7?
7.
Okay. So you have an easy one because you actually don't have any 1s. You don't have any 1s, cubes, in number 7. So I'm going to go ahead and put 0 there, which means, James, you're going to go through and count these by 10s and see what number you get. So go ahead.
10, 11,
Now we're counting by
12,
10s. Wait, James. So you counted by 10. So 10, 20,
30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
so you already have 100. And then how many do you see right here? So you can count those by 10 too. So go ahead. 10,
20, 30, 40,
8. You only counted 2 though. So if you have 2, then it would just stop at 20. So you already had 100 plus your 20 would be 120 in all. And then the question is, how many 10s did they actually show you? How many 10s did they show you? James, put someone else so they can answer how many 10s they showed you.
All right. Iker.
All right, Iker. How many 10s are here? Let me read some stuff I did to try to help out. So now, Iker, they want you to count these green things. But you're not counting by 10s. You're just saying how many are here. So you can actually say 1, 2, 3 to see how many are there, okay? All right, go ahead, Iker. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
This one too.
11,
What comes after 11?
break, look, this dude was in the break, now we can laugh.
What comes
Yeah,
after
come
11?
on.
So it's gonna be 12. There was 12 here that you counted, because after 11 is 12. So if you have 12 here, then when you have 12 tens, it's going to equal 120 in all. If you have your paper, you could have wrote that on there. And we're going to try one more problem on the last page. So on this last page, they have a bunch of word problems for you. And let's try the one with the bears. We're going to try the one with the bears. So pay attention. It says Daniel finds 3 boxes of teddy bears. Here are the 3 boxes. And he finds 4 more bears. Each box holds 10 teddy bears. So in every box, there's 10. Even though you only see 3 at the top of the box, there's actually 10 in there. So you want to know how many bears did Daniel find? He finds 3 boxes of teddy bears and 4 more bears. And each box has 10. So how many teddy bears did Daniel find? When you have your answer, you can raise your hand. Good. A lot of hands are up. That's good. But I hope we counted these boxes the right way, because remember, there's 10 in there. All right, go ahead, Angel.
34.
Should be 34. We should have gotten 34. If you got 34 when you counted, raise your hand. Now remember, when you count these, you have to count by tens. So this one was 10, 20, 30, and then you added 4, 31, 32, 33, 34. So that's how you were able to get the answer of 34. So when you get to first grade next year, you're gonna have to count higher numbers. In kindergarten, we kind of only counted items up to 20 when we counted. But when you get to first grade, you're counting items all the way up to 120. So an easy way to count a lot of things is to put it into order. Like this one down here is not in order. So if you were to go through and count it, you have to see, can you put it in order, or can you start marking off while you count so that you can remember which one you actually counted. So just be mindful of that. You definitely want to know your numbers, and you want to know how to switch from counting by tens to counting by ones. You do want to know how to switch from both of them. Are there any questions before you go? All right, so I can make sure you stay on. James, stay on because you said you have a question. For everyone else, bye.